Hello everyone, this is Brett. Happy Record Store Day 2023. Today's video is going to be showing this pretty significant haul. Before we get to that, if you're new to my channel and have yet to subscribe, please click the subscribe button, hit like, and I look forward to interacting with you in the comments section. So, I had a small window of opportunity this morning to pop in to the store. Ended up going to Zia Records, which is a local independent chain in the Phoenix area. They also have stores in Tucson and Las Vegas. And they gave me this huge bag to haul away the loot. And inside it was a little pin with the Record Store Day ambassadors, Jason Isbell and Amanda Shires. So that was kind of cool. All right, let's kick things off. So if you watched my Record Store Day Interesting Titles video, which I posted over a month ago, where I gave a rundown of things of note that I was interested in, we ended up paring it down to a total of 13 that we were on the hunt for, and ended up coming home with 11 of them. So let's get started. First off, this is the Sisters of Mercy, the Reptile House EP. This originally came out in 1983. This is early Sisters of Mercy, pre their first album, First and Last and Always. So you have Kiss the Carpet, With Lights, Valentine, Fix and Burn. This is the 40th anniversary edition. It's the first time it's been reissued, out of print since then. 4,500 copies. It comes with a cool reproduction of the insert, and then the vinyl, which seems to be the Sisters of Mercy RSD releases in the past also have been on this smoky vinyl, which looks really cool. And it was well timed because I just started reading this book this week, Paint My Name in Black and Gold, which is a pretty extensive biography on the rise of the Sisters of Mercy. Yeah, just started reading this one. All right, next up, this is Ian McCulloch, Slidling, the Echo and the Bunnymen Singers solo album. This was his third album, and honestly one that I was not familiar with until I saw this release. It originally came out in 2003, so it's a 20th anniversary edition. First time ever on vinyl. Comes with a printed inner sleeve with lyrics, and this one is on white vinyl on the Cooking Vinyl label, and Demon Records as well. So looking forward to digging into that one. I know it features a few guys from Coldplay on a song or two. So next up, we have Nico. This is the third in the live Nico series. This is the live at the Library Theatre 1980 in Manchester. The artwork on these have been super cool. They all look very similar. They have the OB strip with the track listing. This show in particular, I'm hoping it's the one where it's just her playing harmonium, and the inner sleeve seems to indicate that there's pictures of her singing and playing. I have a DVD of that show, so I'm hoping it's this version. It includes my absolute favorite Nico song, Afraid, which was one of the songs on her Desert Shore album. It also has covers of Velvet Underground, a song she sang with the VU, All Tomorrow's Parties, and Femme Fatale. Frozen Mornings is on here from a Marble Index. So yeah, really looking forward to digging into this one. Let me show the vinyl on this. Really beautiful color, this translucent light blue color. Crystal clear blue, they're calling it. All right, next up, and I know I said I wasn't going to get this one most likely on my Interesting Titles video, but I gave in on it. This is the Cure show. A lot of sentimental attachment to this. I remember getting this on CD for Christmas back in 1993, 30 years ago. It's a really great show from one of my top favorite Cure albums, Wish. So it's recorded on that Wish tour. Gatefold sleeve. The track listing on it is incredible. And it is a picture disc. My experience with these Cure picture discs, while I prefer to have them on just regular standard editions, these don't sound too bad. I haven't had a chance to listen to anything. I had a really busy day, so I'm just showing them off, and then we're going to be digging in here. So the first disc has Robert Smith on the back there, and then the other one has the artwork on the back. So that is the Cure show. There's a lot of those floating around. 10,000. It's a 2023 remaster, and it's been unavailable on vinyl since it came out in 1993. If you're a Cure fan, you know that originals of that are insanely expensive. Next up, this is the Pogues Stiff Records B-Sides. So it's a collection of their B-side recordings from 1984 to 1987. It is in just a single pocket, but it is a 2 LP. What I love about the back cover is it shows all the singles that the tracks are collected, and then it gives the information as to what single those B-sides came from. So you got Rainy Night in Soho, the band played Waltzing Matilda, etc. And I'm going to show this in comparison to the next one coming up, because this was actually less expensive than the next one. Black sleeves, poly-lined, which was great to see, and both records are on the same green with some black smoke in it, or black marbling. 3,000 copies, the first time this collection of B-sides has ever been released on vinyl. So yeah, the Pogues, the Stiff Records B-sides. Next up, so this is David J, Urban Urbane. David J, for those of you that don't know, was the bass player in Bauhaus, also bass player and singer in Love and Rockets, and he's released a pretty significant body of work under his own name. So this is Urban Urbane, which came out originally in 1992. This is the 30th anniversary. It's the first time it's ever been on vinyl. I had this on CD years ago. Includes Candy on the Cross, which featured his old Bauhaus bandmate Peter Murphy on vocals. That's actually a really, really great song. And this came out on School Kids Records. School Kids is a record store in North Carolina, and they have a label as well. So gatefold, you got David there, and this record was not cheap. So this was around $38, and you know, when it comes in a paper sleeve like this, not poly-lined, it's just, for that price point, it just seems like they could have went the extra little bit to add poly-lined inner sleeves in this one. Since you are paying a premium for these releases, those little touches just make it that much more nice. These paper sleeves are just paper cut city for me. So anyways, that's David J, Urban Urbane. Limited to only 1,250 copies, and it is on black vinyl. All right, next up, my wife Sarah went out after we didn't get two things on our list when I went out this morning. And so while I was occupied, she snuck out because she was really disappointed because her number one choice was completely sold out where I went. But she ended up going out and finding it, and she texted me, success, and she got it. This is the Scott Weiland 12 Bar Blues, his first solo album, which came out back in 1998. 25th anniversary, first time on vinyl, includes a couple bonus tracks. Each record, oh, my cat's wanting to say hello. Beautiful inner gatefold there, and just black paper sleeves again. This one is on this cool blue color, and then the second record is on a cool translucent green. I have to say I'm not familiar with this album at all, but Sarah was super excited to add this one to the collection. It was their number one pick, and I'm excited to hear it. So Scott Weiland, 12 Bar Blues. That was limited to 4,000 copies. I feel like that one's probably a hot seller. Let's keep going. Next up, this was the other one that I couldn't get at the first store. Sarah ended up coming home with this one. This is Brown Sabbath. So there's Jazz Sabbath, which are jazz covers of Black Sabbath songs. Brown Sabbath are like Latin, soul, psychedelic covers of Black Sabbath. And this is just beautiful packaging. You can see it's got the tip-on cover. It's really high quality, glossy, double record, and it is on a really cool looking brown splatter to go with the name Brown Sabbath. And I was listening to this. I was really unaware of this before Sarah had pointed it out, but includes covers of Black Sabbath, the title track, Iron Man, NIB, Hand of Doom, Into the Void, Planet Caravan. Really looking forward to this. So that is Brown Sabbath by Brownout. All right. Brownout is actually the name of the band, and that's volume 1. There's a volume 2 that originally came out in 2014, so it's a reissue. Only 1,500 copies of that one. This is one I totally missed on my first list and my run through that I posted a month ago or so, and it kind of became my number one wanting to find, and that is All Directions by the Temptations, their 1972 album. I love this, just kind of bare bones. Just, you know, this was like $25, and even that they put it in a nice polyline sleeve on Motown Records. This is the first official U.S. vinyl release of this. As I mentioned, it came out in 1972. There's 3,000 copies of this floating around. And then you look at the credits. The credits are all listed on the back cover. But I immediately saw Ashford and Simpson wrote the song "Love Woke Me Up This Morning," and Ashford and Simpson wrote the song I'm Every Woman with Shaka Khan, and I think Whitney Houston covered, but also the song Solid as a Rock. And for you kind of record collectors out there, there's a movie called Ghost World, which came out, I think it was back in 2001, with Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson and Steve Buscemi. And Steve Buscemi was this record collector. He collected like old blues 78s. His name was Seymour. And there was a scene where he was dancing. He started dating this woman, and she put the song Solid on and was trying to get him to dance in the living room. And when I saw this on there, I immediately thought of Ghost World. And then you have a couple tracks on here that were co-written by Barrett Strong. Barrett Strong was a songwriter who just passed back in January a couple months ago. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Really looking forward to hearing that. That's like an 11-minute opus, just funky, great track. So looking forward to this one very much. The Temptations, All Directions. All right, couple more to get through. Next up, this is Bossa Nova at Carnegie Hall. This is another one on Sarah's list. Looking forward to this. Totally unfamiliar. It's a live record, João Gilberto and a host of other musicians. This was recorded at Carnegie Hall in New York on November 21st, 1962. And what are some specs on this one? Let's see here. Yeah, 2,500, out of print for decades, and according to Sarah, it's a sought-after rarity, just on a standard black vinyl. Certainly looking forward to this one as well. Bossa Nova at Carnegie Hall. All right, here is number 11. This is another one that I missed back in my original video. This is Miles Davis, Turnaround. These are 4 tracks from the On the Corner sessions, and On the Corner came out back in 1972. So this is the first time these kind of outtakes are available widely on vinyl. The artwork on this one and on the Corner album is just really great. The inner sleeve kind of got a Sgt. Pepper color vibe there, with trumpets in different colors, credits. And then the record is on sky blue vinyl. So I picked up that last one, Champions, which was outtakes from the Jack Johnson sessions, and that was so good, and I didn't want to pass up on this one. All right, there you have it. There's 11 records. Record Store Day 2023. Let me know what you guys grabbed, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.